Very good morning, students. This is Rahul Garg, your maths teacher. Students, in the last lecture we have discussed remainder theorem, and today we will discuss factor theorem and factorization. Let's start with factor theorem. My factor theorem says that if polynomial px is a polynomial of degree greater than 1 or equal to 1, greater than or equal to 1, and a is any real number, then if px is polynomial and a is any real number, then x minus a is a factor of px. If pa equals 0, means it simply says that if the remainder is 0, then x minus a will be factor, because according to remainder theorem, pa, the value of polynomial at a, gives remainder. If remainder is 0, then x minus a will be factor of px. And its second statement is pa will be 0, equals 0 if x minus a is a factor of px. Means if x minus a is a factor, then pa will be 0, or if pa is 0, then x minus a will be factor. Now our first sum is determine whether x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Now, according to our factor theorem, if my PA will be 0, then this will be the factor. So first find PA. Here x plus 1 equals 0 and x will become minus 1, and the value of polynomial at x equals minus 1 will be, substitute the value of x minus 1. This will become, now minus 1 cube will be minus 1, and minus 1 square plus 1. This will be minus 1 and plus 1. All get cancelled out and we left with 0. Hence the value of polynomial at a is 0. So x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. If this is not equal to 0, then it will be not a factor. Now our second sum is find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of polynomial x square plus x plus k. Now again, if x minus 1 is a factor, then the value of PA will be 0. X minus 1 equals 0 and x will become plus 1. Now polynomial value of polynomial at x equal 1 will be replace x with 1. 1 square plus 1 plus k equals 0 because this is factor. Now 1 plus 1 plus k equals 0 and 2 plus k equals 0. K will become minus 2 and we are asked the value of k. This will be our answer. Now factorization. Now we will discuss factorization. I am writing my quadratic equation, general quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, and assuming that its factor is px plus q and rx plus s. This is my general equation ax square plus bx plus c, and I assume px plus q and rx plus s are the factors of this polynomial. Now if these are the factor, then we can write ax square plus bx plus c equals px plus q and rx plus s. This will be equals the product of these two factors. Now solve. This will become px into rx prx square plus ps plus qr, x common out, and qs. I just multiply both terms. Now on comparing left hand side with right hand side, on comparing the coefficient of x square, in the left hand side the coefficient of x square is a, and on the right side the coefficient of x square is pr. Now coefficient of x, on comparing coefficient of x, we will get left hand side b, and in the right hand side we will get ps plus qr, and the constant term in left hand side, constant term is c, and in right hand side this is qs. Now we can say that b is sum of two numbers, means it is a sum of two numbers, that is ps and qr. ps and q are two numbers whose sum is b, and product of these two numbers, the product will be ps into qr. This will become ps qr, and if we observe a and c, the product of a and c will be ps qr equals a into c, and ac is the product of these two numbers. Now ax square plus bx plus c means I have to find that number, that two number whose sum will be equals b and product will be equals ac. There will be two numbers whose sum will be equals b and product will equals ac. Let's do this with the sum. Find the value of k find the factors of 12x square minus 7x plus 1. Now, if we want the factors of 12x square minus 7x plus 1, then our sum should be equal to minus 7 and product of the number should be this 12 into 1. Means my p plus q should be, if my I am assuming two numbers that which are p and q, then p plus q should be minus 7 and p into q should be 12. Now factor these 12. The pairs will be 1 into 12, 2 into 6, 1 into 12, 12, 2 into 6, 12, 3 into 4, 12. We have these three pairs. Now find whose subtraction and addition equals minus 7. If we add this, the sum will be 13 and subtraction will be 11. Not possible. So this is not. Now if we assume 2 and 6, their sum will be 8 and their difference will be 4. Not possible. Now move on to third, 3 and 4. This sum will be 7, which is required. Now 12x square. But we want to make minus 7, so we will assume minus 3 and minus 4, and the product will be minus 3 into minus 4 plus 12. Hence minus 7x will equals minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. Now taking 4x common from these two, 4x, there will be left with 3x minus 1. Here minus 1 will be common out and we left with 3x minus 1. Now if I common out with 3x minus 1, I left with 4x minus 1. Means 3x minus 1 and 4x minus 1 are the factors. Of 12x square minus 7x plus 1. These are the factors. First, our first step will be find the pair of AC, and then by hit and trial find that pair which makes some addition or difference equals this B. Then common out from first two pair and from second two pair. Then overall common out and we will left with two factors. Now our next sum is factorize x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. The previous question contains quadratic equation, but here are cubic equation. Here this is a cubic equation, so for cubic equation we will have three factors. As for quadratic equation we have two factors, for cubic equation we have three factors. Now for solving cubic equation, first find the factors of this 20. Here factors of 20 are plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 4, plus minus 5, plus minus 10. These are the factors. By hit and trial we will find first factor which gives the value at this equals 0. Now if we notice that all the numbers are positive, and to make this negative, this 0, we require a number which is negative. So let's assume x equal minus 1. If I put the value of x minus 1, then I will get minus 1 cube plus 13 into minus 1 square plus 32 into minus 1 plus 20. This will become minus 1 plus 13 minus 32 plus 20 minus 33 and 13 plus 20 plus 33. This gives 0. So my x equals minus 1 is the value. So x plus 1 equals 0, means x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. Now we left with only two factors. We have find first factor. Now to find the remaining two factor, first divide this polynomial by x plus 1. X plus 1, x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. And in the last class we have already done with division of polynomial. First step will be multiply this with x square, and here we will get x square. On subtraction, symbol will get changed, and here this will become 12x square plus 32x plus 20 as it is. Now with 12x, this will become 12x square plus 12x. Again subtracting, symbol will get changed, and this will be, and now 1. This write 20x plus 20, and on subtracting we will get minus, the remainder will be 0. So we can write x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20 as divisor into quotient plus remainder. Remainder is 0, so no need. Now x plus 1 into, here we use the factorization method. The 20 we have pair 1 into 20, 2 into 10 and 4 into 5. Now try to make 12. 20 and 1 not possible, 4 and 5 not possible, 2 and 10 12. So this will be our factor. X square plus 10x plus 2x. 10x plus 2x 12x, and 10x into 2x will be 20x square. So this will be our factor. Now x plus 1, here common out x, we left with x plus 10, and here we have common out 2x plus 10. Now x plus 1 into x plus 10 into x plus 2. So x plus 1 into x plus 2 into x plus 10. All these three are factors of x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. In the for cubic equation, for cubic polynomial, first try to find the first factor by hit and trial method. By factoring, find out the factors of this constant term, and then divide the first factor, divide this polynomial with first factor and write the equation in this form and solve the remaining two factors. Thank you, students.